Hey guys, Cody here, and welcome back to another Minecraft Achievement Hunters video. I'm also known as the MC Superhero. I keep on forgetting to mention that earlier, but I guess I just keep on forgetting. But, anyways, last episode, I would go check that out if, you haven't. But, last episode, we went, and we caught a fish, so we got the, delicious fish. Oh, we also cooked the fish because you need to cook the fish too, you know. And then we got a pretty big one, and I'm gonna wait about maybe like 5 seconds to reveal it. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got the honor rail achievement. Oh my goodness, that is so amazing. It's just you know, amazing. But anyways, so the honor rail achievement is, I'm gonna go more in depth about this achievement because I have had it was a very hard achievement to get, so well, I feel it deserves some special recognition by me. It's an achievement where you have to go across a full kilometer in a single direction, I think, from one point to the other, and you have to use power rails. You can't press your WASD or whatever key you use to move forward. You have to use redstone. You have to use power rails, and it has to power you over a track that is a full kilometer long. So it took a very long time, and it took a very big amount of tries to do, like to get. So that's kind of how it goes. That's kind of what happened. And so I'm very happy about that. It was a very surprised ending too. I thought we weren't gonna get it, but right in the last like 4 tracks or so, achievement popped up, and I was like, yes, yes, yes. And sorry if that's a little bit weird. It is weird actually, but yeah, I mean that's pretty awesome, and I really do like that. So the only achievements we really have that are challenges now are overpowered and killing the Ender Dragon and the Wither. And I think adventuring time, which is where you discover like a certain number of biomes or something, or is it all the biomes? I can't exactly remember, but I know they're all pretty hard from here. But we're pretty close to the Ender Dragon. I still need to get the Ender Pearl, so please expect that. I would expect that to be up. I know I said like 2 episodes ago, like 3, which would be next episode, but I would say the episode after that I would try and expect it. I don't really know because getting Ender Pearls is just outrageously hard. I've only gotten 3 out of 9. But we're gonna see if I can get this quickly. Anyways, this episode we aren't gonna go hunting for Ender Pearls, luckily, so you guys can be thankful that there's not going to be another grindy episode for a little while. But we are going... I said something. I said that what we would do is we would make a grinder. We would make a skeleton grinder. And I think I know what I want. Like how it's going to work. So this whole entire dungeon, we're going to have like some water... coming out of here. We'll have to block these 2 holes up, but we'll have some water coming out of here. The skeletons will fall into another water stream that brings this to this one little hole, and then we can press a button that'll burn them, and then if we hit them once, they're gonna die, and we can get a ton of experience doing it. The delays and stuff, I'm going to have to test out because this is a design my friend showed me a little while ago. And excuse me again. But, so I don't remember the delays because it's such a complicated thing. I know the basics of it. So we'll just have to test that out for a little bit. But anyways, I think we better get to work. So first of all, we need to put up our stuff. Or start putting stuff in furnaces that we don't need. If you know what I mean. Like, we need to cook some stuff, is what I'm trying to say. So, let's go ahead and craft 2 blocks of coal because these things are pretty good for cooking stuff. And we need to cook a stack of cobblestone. So I don't know why I crafted 2. I only needed 1. So there's our 64 cobblestone. We're gonna let that smelt, and that is so we can craft repeaters. I forgot the redstone, but we don't need it currently. So what I'm kind of wanting to do is what we'll do is we're gonna go ahead and right about somewhere close to the spawner. Alright, yeah, like right about. Well, my pickaxe broke, but right about there, what we're going to do is we're going to make an infinite water source. So, is there any more buckets around? Is there any more water around here? There should be. I think I made one in here, but I can't quite remember. Yes, we did. Or I did off camera. I don't think I did it on camera. But anyways, so we can make that infinite water source, and I brought about 8 buckets. And I got one from that dungeon right there, because I haven't looted that chest. Or I didn't loot the buckets. So what we have to do now is we're going to make sure we keep this place lit up so no skeletons spawn and cause a catastrophe. So what we'll do, so we got this side, we got this side. Alright, so I'm going to light up the spawner, make sure everything's as lit up as possible. They're still probably going to spawn. That I think is probably okay. We need to block this up right here. So what we need to do is should be like, let me see. That's the tunnel, so it should be like right about here where the other tunnel is. That led to the water. To our left or never mind, I'll just mine my way out because I didn't think about that. But it should be awfully close. So if we just do this and circle around here. Really? This is just so hard. Okay. So this is the way we can get to the farm. We'll go and fill up all the buckets. This is gonna fill up our inventory too. But yeah, so this episode, the reason I want to make this, even though it's not an achievement, is experience and arrows. Because this is a skeleton farm, we get a ton of arrows from it, right? Because skeletons drops arrows, and if we kill a ton of skeletons, we get a ton of arrows. That's kind of the basic idea here. Nope, that was a bad decision. But, so if we, like, what we can do is if we kill a ton of these skeletons, they drop a good amount of experience too. Like I said, I want experience, and I want, you know, the arrows and stuff. But if we can get a ton of arrows, it'll be useful for mini mobs. We got a really good bow, a power like 4, something like that. It's like incredibly useful. So we only need, like, we have a power 4 bow, and if we can get, like, we don't have infinity on it, so this arrow farm will be very useful. But while we're building this, I'm going to talk about 1.10 features because I haven't talked to them about them mainly at all. I've done explained auto jump an episode ago, I think, but I haven't explained the other features and kind of what the update is. So basically, the update is a pretty small update, to say the least. It's a small update, which is why it came out pretty early. 1.9 took about like more than a year. So you can see a clear change of difference. It's like maybe 3 or 4 months. But basically what that means is that there's not as much time to develop it, so they have not that many features, but the ones they did add were pretty cool ones. I'm gonna go through all of them throughout this video. So one of them is the one of the features is actually, it's well, you don't know. Well, you may know. You probably do know, but you may not. I am confusing myself here. But so they've added new nether blocks, and they've added this cool block called the structure block. I may do a tutorial on that in the future. Be my first tutorial on this channel. Yeah, it'll be my first tutorial on this channel, and so I'll go ahead and go through all the nether blocks. So there's the nether wart block, which is like a red block, and it's used to store nether wart, so it's 9 nether wart in a crafting grid, filling out the whole entire crafting grid. And that'll give you the nether wart block. It's a pretty interesting looking block. I like it. It looks kind of like, I don't know, some kind of like beef or something. I don't know. I'm really bad at describing that. But I don't know. It looks sort of like beef to me, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so it's a block. That's what it is, and it looks pretty cool. It can be used for. Oh, by the way, is my mic messing up? Let me fix that. It's a pretty useful block, and it's a pretty useful block, and it's well, it's not that useful actually. So it's just a cool looking block. It's not really that useful. Once you craft it, you can't uncraft it. So basically, the storing part's not even worth it, which is not good. So the storing part's not worth it. And so that means that basically it's a useless block that just looks cool. And you craft 9 nether wart. So that's the nether wart block. Then there's the red nether brick, which is crafted using nether brick and nether wart, and it's like a variation on the brick. I personally like it much better. It's much brighter, but it's like, it looks scarier, I guess, like less old. It's a brighter block, and it's red nether brick, basically. That's why it's called that. And then there is the magma block. Now this is the coolest block in the update, in my opinion, because when you stand on it, it kind of like has this cactus effect where it damages you when you stand on it. And so because of when you stand on it and stuff, it gives you that effect. And so after that, if you shift on it, oh my goodness, this is not going well. But if you shift on the block, it won't hurt you whatsoever. So that's pretty cool, and it works. I had a friend who does automatic farms. He's the one who made this grinder. So shout out to him. So, and he says that this block can have uses for that block, like automatic farm. Since items, if you throw them on the block, they don't burn currently. That might be changed. I don't know for sure, though. If that's a bug or if that's intentional. But the mobs get hurt even if there's water above it. So if the mob steps on it and they get hurt, they can die, and then their loot will be dropped on a hopper, which will put the loot into a chest. And in this chest will be the contents of the mob. So that's pretty cool. But that's basically the mob that we're talking about. Or not mob block. I am so confused. I'm sorry. I'm trying to concentrate on this and commentate at the same time. It's really hard actually. But that's the magma block. And so there's only one more block, and that's the bone block. It's another white block. If you don't want to use quartz or white wool, you can use this block instead of those two blocks. And you can use that block instead of those two blocks. And you craft it using 9 bone meal. And it spawns in these structures known as rib cages, which are just rooms filled with these blocks. And it's a pretty cool looking block. Can be used, it can look like teeth, you know, since it is a bone block. But it has other uses too. It's a pretty good looking block, like a lot of blocks in Minecraft, other than dirt, which I don't know why you would use dirt in a build unless you want to make it look ugly. Which there is purposes in making your builds ugly for aesthetics. But so that's another cool looking block, and then there's the structure block, which is basically a copy and paste block. I may do a tutorial on it later. I'm not sure. I'm not much into those things, like this new block, because it's all complicated and stuff. It has like a GUI, but I'm sure I could figure that out. The GUI system of the new block. So that's kind of what's going on with the 1.10 update. That's all the blocks. And then the new mobs are the stray, which is a variation on the skeleton that when it shoots you, it gives you slowness. So it shoots tipped arrows of slowness. And so they only spawn in snowy biomes, and they do burn in day, just like a normal skeleton. And then there's the husk, which is a zombie that spawns in sand biomes, and when it hits you, it gives you hunger, and it doesn't burn in day, so that's a dangerous point about it. And now a change to skeletons. If skeletons shoot you and they're on fire, they have a chance of hurting you with fire damage. They have a chance of putting you on fire with their arrow. So I'd be careful about that. I haven't had that happen to me yet. Not quite yet, at least. I haven't had the skeleton shoot me on fire yet, because I haven't fought any in the daytime yet. Ever since the update came out. I'm trying to figure out this crafting recipe here. Is it right here? No? I'm confused. Let me see. That doesn't work. Is it like this? Let me try this backwards. I don't know this crafting recipe too well. It looks like it. Maybe it's like this. No? Okay, that doesn't make sense. That looks like it would be a good crafting recipe for what it should look like. I'm trying to craft a piston, by the way, if you're wondering. Let me figure out the crafting recipe to a piston. It's a kind of... I don't craft pistons that much, so... don't really know the crafting recipe too well. So, I'll see y'all in a second. Alright, so I just pulled that web page up and I got it. So, it's just like this. No, it's like... there we go. So you guys can save that if you want to. It has the cobblestone base, so that makes sense. The iron might be the stem of the object. And the redstone's basically how it's powered. So, 3, 2, 1. So we got ourselves a piston. And I grabbed some slime balls because slimes can spawn in swamps. And there's actually a swamp nearby to the there's a swamp nearby the railway track that we finished last episode to get ourselves the on-rail achievement, one of the most frustrating achievements in the game that I've ever had to deal with. I'm very proud that we actually got that. Because it was just outrageously hard. Like a kilometer minecart, and you couldn't move yourself across it. You had to like use redstone powered rails, and it took me over an hour of mining. I went mining in caves for like probably like 2 or 3 hours. So if that doesn't say anything, then I don't know what will, because that is a lot, and I mean lot, of mining for someone like me who doesn't really mine that much in Minecraft. I mean, I do play survival a lot. I just don't go mining a lot because I'm not really that big of a mining sort of person. So that's why I don't really, you know, that's why I don't really have, well, what was I gonna say? That's why I don't really go mining that much, because I'm not really a fan of it. Oh my goodness, you annoying stupid skeleton. Why do you gotta be so rude? Why do you have to be so rude? So, what we'll do here is we're gonna go ahead and put up this redstone. So that should connect to this lever. Awesome. So no skeletons can try and hit me anymore. What we'll do is we'll surround this. What we'll have right here is another piston. Nope, that's in the wrong spot. I think it goes... so, I step on that. That should be a hopper, is that right? Yes, that's supposed to be a hopper. So I did put this glass in the right place. So let's go ahead and craft ourselves another crafting table. We gotta do this quickly because we're already wasting way too much time. So what we'll have right here, we'll have another lever. We'll do the same thing that we did on the other piston with the redstone. Oh, that's not connected, is it? Oh, I see. It's connected, but it's connected in the... there we go. So that should always be on. That should always be on. So the skeletons, when they fall down, they'll be right there. So let's go and pull back this piston. And what we need to do is I forgot to get a bow, and what we need to do is we need to get a dispenser, which I will go craft. And I'll show you the crafting recipe, of course. And I will be right back. By the way, this is the crafting recipe of the dispenser. I already crafted one, but I'll just go ahead and grab a spare. So this is a crafting recipe of a dispenser. I'll let you look at it. And in 3, 2, 1. So I'll be right back when I get back into our future mob grinder. Alright guys, I'm back. I've done a little bit more of redstone. Like I've connected the hopper that was supposed to be there to a large chest, which is where our mob loot is going to go. We are pretty far into the video, and we haven't made much progress. I'm kind of sorry about that, guys. Or, kind of sorry? I am sorry about that. But, anyway, so I'm going to try and get as much done as I can this episode, slash finish. So let me check to see if all this has cooked up. And what we need to do is we need to craft some repeaters. So we'll craft 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. That will be 3. So that'll be 1, 2, 3. There, and then we do 1, 2, 3. That equals a redstone repeater. We'll go ahead and go back down to our little bit of redstone that we have. Down here. There it is. So I placed a button, and what we need to do is we need to make this go there. We're gonna go ahead and go mine around here so we can get to the other side. We have a lot of water up there, so we gotta make sure we don't mine any blocks up there. So what we need to do is we need to 1, 2, 3. I think we need one more repeater. So that'll... Yeah, we need a couple more repeaters, actually. And since we luckily have a crafting table here, we can craft some more of these. But I need to do this pretty quickly. Actually, what am I doing? Alright, craft that. Craft that. Then I'll spread them out like that. So that should be our last... Oh yeah, I need to put that right there. Nope, that's wrong. Oh my goodness, annoying. There we go. We have our last little redstone torch right there. And so now we need to go back there. We have 6 of these. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think it's 7, if I'm not mistaken. I need to go get a little bit more redstone, but I think I know where some ore is, so let's go and go mine that. We're 28 minutes into the video, but we've built a pretty good amount. We've done mined out the area, and I have had a hard time since I've been commentating and stuff. But I am getting better at it, so yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, 1.9 added polar bears too, which are mobs that are neutral around themselves, and with their babies or cubs, they are aggressive. So that's a basic description of what they are. And they only spawn in snowy biomes because they're polar bears. And that's pretty much it for that mob. And so we need to hurry this up. Run around here. Alright, so now I'm going to hit the button and see how along the lava comes out. So that's lava. This needs to be closed. And let's see. And so you need to hit it, and then you need to hit it again. So we've already got our lovely victim right here. So we'll let this out. And so what happens is they're trying to shoot each other. Let's go ahead and close that in. So they can't shoot each other now. Or they can. Like I said, I really need to test out the timing. And we got some arrows, which is not good at all. Because we can't pick those up. So I'm going to wait for a little bit, and I will see y'all when another mob drops in. So guys, we got our victims. So we'll quickly do this. And now they don't see me. Let's go do this one more time. There we go. So they're stuck in there. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So they take 5 hits, right? That's basically how many hits they take. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So never mind, instead of 8, we only need this many, and we'll just connect that right there. Alright, awesome. And so now, we'll go and insert our next victims. Okay, they don't see me anymore. Just gotta make sure I hide behind this wall. So they can't see me. What we'll do. Alright, this is very troubling. Let me do a couple of... Okay, we'll do one more test with just one of these guys. Just to make sure it's not the other skeletons. Oops. Alright, so we got another victim. So that's 5 seconds, right? So we do. We open this. So that skeleton's a little bit of a jerk. But... oh, that's a bug. Okay, that makes sense. Alrighty, so I did a little bit of bad redstone there. So let's go and kill this. Or actually, we need to raise this a little bit higher. But that means we need to lower the whole entire redstone contraption, doesn't it? Because let's see. So if that blocks that, and I make it one hole up, they'll still be able to get... no, they won't. They won't be able to get out because it's water. Alright, never mind. We don't need to. But we do need to move this piston. Oh my goodness, this... no! Alright, so our redstone was just ruined. Looks like that's gonna be it for this episode. Sadly, I'm gonna leave this off as a cliffhanger. But we need... why are so many mobs spawning? I can't get out either. Come on. So I need to move it because the more this happens. Come on. No! Come on. Oh, no, thank you again. Hut. So you're out. So they can't spawn anymore. But what we need to do is we're just going to go ahead and just do something about this. Because I was supposed to get the... Where's the piston at? Why is the piston always... Redstone. This is why I never do redstone, because mistakes like this, you don't really ever think of the consequences they can have if you break all this. So yeah, that's not good. So I'll fix up the area before next episode, and we'll hopefully finish this tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, or next episode. But anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. Sorry to leave this off a cliffhanger. We didn't really do much, but we did get part of the redstone contraption done, and we will hopefully finish that tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, next episode. Stay tuned for more here. I'm Cody, aka the Minecraft Superhero. Sorry about ruining the outro. Stay tuned for more heroic Minecraft videos.